Alright. Oh, I should make sure this is posted. Gotta post these videos. Gotta post these VODs. And then I'll do more of the actual casting part. Boop, boop. Okay. Ooh, we got the Tovine Geyser special will be coming up. That's super exciting. We do see Steel Trap as a good counter for that, which is pretty nice too. We see Will. Looks like they're going to be trying to go full Canadian over here with the ice route. Ooh, Joe Mel's switching it up and not doing full ice. And let's see. People feel like have mixed feelings about Tovine. Honestly, I think once you start comboing it, it's a really good spell. I like Tovine a lot now that I use it with comboing, specifically with melee spells. But I get people liking Flash Flood over it. I'm just a damage person, so I'm biased against Flash Flood. Alright, let's see what we get in these early rounds. Tovine can be huge here in sports. Joe Mel going for that Steel Trap. Gotta be careful though, because it can bang into them and do damage as you're seeing there, but it wasn't enough damage to do to really kill them, so they're good. Zycor trying to recover the puck, getting it back onto the other side. Ooh, I thought that flip would do more! But unfortunately, the Steel Trap was just about to expire. I think the puck is going to be stuck there, and since we don't have anything like Sustain, I think that's just kind of going to be there. I think now we're just in the normal match. Top Tech not looking good, and they go down. In the moment, trying to stay alive here. Got to be careful not to hug those walls, because they do act like bumpers in bowling, where they just kind of have the shots hug the wall. Joe Mel takes them down with the Steel Trap. Now it's 2v2. Alright, Will is down. Now we got a 1v2. Zycora! Back on the scene. It's been a little while. Let's see if you can live up to your legacy. Nice hit on Joe Mel. Joe Mel and Jeff Owen's doing a really good job here of staying kind of far apart. That's a great call with Glaive in the field, because Glaive will home to a second target, especially where Joe Mel now only has one hit left. If Jeff Bones is too close and gets hit, it would automatically take Joe Mel out with that homing. So they're doing a pretty good job of staying far enough apart that they don't have to worry about that. Let's see if they're continuing to do so. Ooh, beautiful Steel Trap. Now both of them are one hit, so even more important to stay out of the way. You can do Glaive on those ice crystals as well. So potentially if Zycora could have gotten close enough, but again, that's tough to do without making yourself a bigger target. Oh, and there it is! Joe Mel with a beautiful snowball. Alright, we see the mostly Metal Alchemist out with the initial lead. Gonna be no surprise to see Cold Shoulder going first. It's amazing. Ooh, Tovine with Sustain is really is like an interesting combo. I'm excited to see if they pair there. We got that Tetherball going next. I love Tetherball, and then kind of everyone's stuck with Geysers. But I do think people sleep on Geysers, so hopefully it gets its moment. Alright, let's see what we got. Now, Snowball's pretty nice on this stage because it does reflect really nicely off those bumpers. It makes the Snowball even bigger, but you've got to be careful not to walk into those bumpers. Will's kind of playing with fire a little bit here. Zycor taking some early hits. Jeff Bones getting tetherballed into the lava there. That's pretty brutal, especially this early. Zycor doing a great job of that Glaive tetherball combo. Joe Mel really on their fight, on their own up there, but doing a good fight. Oop, Will gets hit. Oh, into the bumper! That was brutal! Wow! And just getting really, like, what's happening now is Will's getting pushed against that wall because of all of that momentum that was stored from those bumper hits was, like, kind of pushing all together at once. It's similar to when you're on, airship and you're getting pushed against that invisible wall that separates the areas into the quads. So Will was kind of trying to fight against that, like, all that momentum before it went out. Ooh, got that kind of taking each other down the right-hand corner there. Now we got two different 1v1s going, and the Moment does have a health differential here. And tries to dodge Marty, but isn't able to. Now it's a 1v2. Can Will get Joe Mel? No! Uses that geyser to dodge just in case. Alright, no surprise there, seeing that Barrage go early. Even if you don't have Cold Shoulder, it's still a good spell with the other ice spells, and it's just good to counter pick it so the person that has Barrage doesn't get it. Seeing those leeches go, Earthchain's, I feel like there's like a new love for Earthchain starting recently, like it's really getting its own here, and I'm very excited to see it. Alright. Gonna be really careful with Marty here, because it's pretty easy to slide into the volcano with him if you aren't careful. Joe Mel got a little edge guarded there and took huge damage from that lava. Oh, top all the way out there. Can they make it back? They do. And luckily that they dodged that leech as well. Gets a little bit stuck in the geometry, but they're doing okay there. I think that's going to be it for top. And we got a 1v3 for Jet Bones. Can they at least get one person down? Great dodges there. Landing the leech landing was unfortunate, but a good dodge of the barrage. And there it is. Honestly, 1v3s are hard. 1v3s on Volcano are really tough. You have just less space to move. Alright, let's see what we got for defensives here. Great picks, I think, honestly, with Chainmail. Chainmail I'm not usually a massive fan of in team games because it only blocks damage from one target. But what's nice about it here is when you have Cold Shoulder on the board, when you have Leech on the board, even Earthchain, these things that kind of tick damage, like the dot, stuff like that, it's great against those. So I think it makes a lot of sense in this team game. We got the Bubble Breaker. That'll fight against Jeff. Have we seen Jeff yet? No, right? It's only round 3, so no. I have a terrible memory. It's fine. And then honestly, Vanguard's pretty decent. How Vanguard's like can block some of your own spells always kind of throws me off, so I have a hard time with it, but you can use that really well. I've seen players like MJov use it for something like 7 Tiers, where the 7 Tiers was queued up behind the Vanguard, so it split kind of right in front of him, instead of further out, and it did huge damage to someone right in front of him. So that definitely is possible. See, nice pull there with that chainmail by Jet Bones. Tried to get the geyser. I think waited a little bit too late. I think what you should do there is try to geyser them while they're getting pulled through you. Not necessarily wait for them to get right near you. Will getting edge guarded a little bit. Joe Mel does have that tether ball of health, but Will still took some serious damage from that lava. That barrage is going to be huge. Oh, but it's blocked! That's what we're talking about! It's blocked by Joe Mel. They're out there taking that lava damage, but honestly, it was probably better than the alternative. Joe Mel, 2 edge guard, it goes down. Can Jet Bones do this? Want me to do beautiful 7 Tiers onto Zykora. In the moment, getting some space, because the more kind of wind up you have, the more damage you'll do, and then takes Jet Bones down with a hinder. Ooh, interesting picks here. I'm not going to be surprised to see that Ice Hook go. A reminder that you can, when you cast Barrage, you can immediately cast another Ice Spell, and then those Barrage Crystals, instead of becoming like inert, that cube shape, they'll instead become whatever you want. So if you learn, if you land, excuse me, Barrage on someone and immediately cast Ice Hook, those Ice Hooks will spawn on that person, and they can't really escape it. Water Cannon, I think, is a phenomenal pick here. Great for movement, which is so important in this game. Yeah, that 7 Tiers was disgusting. even trades here. This map, I'm just like, typically I feel like it's a little bit slower because you have so much space, so you can spread out. There we go, though. We see some people in the pit. Zykora taking advantage of that. Jetbones is tetherballed down there. That's brutal. Will has all those crystals down there, but they don't have the ice melee, so it makes it that much harder to really kind of capitalize. I think Jet would have been done if Will had that ice melee. Nice use of chainmail by Joe Mel to keep Zykora right against the edge of the pit there. Reminder that you can melee people that are in the pit too, so one of Joe Mel's teammates, if they had been closer, could have meleeed Zykora there. Oh my god, there's so many chainmails, everyone's just getting like whipped around. And Jetbones goes down to a leech and a snowball. In the moment in the pit, see if they can get out. Nice barrage! Joe Mel again is able to kind of block it, but Will is able to at least get the crystals on the board. They should use their dog though so they don't go away. I think they waited a split second too long, but I could be wrong on that. Oh my god, Top. I'm so sorry, bro. I have like the magic pixel of health in against 3. True, because you can use the steel trap to either help you land. You can use the water cannon, excuse me, to either help you land the steel trap, or you can use it to get after you've landed to get even bigger flip. Very true. And the moment is the Leech King. I wish he had Sunder. I love Triple Leech. I wish that was here. I always wish Steam was here. Oh, Zykora! Make sure that hits. That's 30. Oh! Wow! That was wild. And with a chainmail combined, whipping everyone out there. Joe Mel trying to make it back now. I think they're too little too late. Will get knocked out. Get to see that frog in the top corner for top pick getting healed. Oh, look at all those dogs. Look at all those martles. Jetbones, beautiful timing on that chainmail to make sure that they didn't die to that leech from in the moment. The Leech King, as we know. In the moment, come back. You have a frog. Help. You can do it. Jetbones still alive. Zykora getting some great heals. And in the moment, it's like, nah, I heard you. Jetbones is not still alive. Will making it back. If I was them, I'd get right over to that frog, honestly. Because Top is making it back. I think that's a really good move by Will, that little lip in front of him, because since he's up there, I would have stayed up there if I was him, because I think that little lip would have actually helped protect him from spells. But honestly, he just shows me he doesn't need it, so it's fine. But sometimes if you're low health and your teammates aren't, and like you can kind of do that where they can take the lead for you, if you have Cold Fusion, if you put yourself up onto that ramp, it's a lot harder for spells to hit you unless they have that vertical component with something like Flame Leap, right? So it's a little way to protect yourself in the last minute so you don't die. Alright, let's see if everyone converges. Looks like Top is going over to his teammates. See Joe Mel with that, trying to do that chainmail steel trap combo. There it is. Get some damage in the moment. Will over there using Cold Fusion, keeps him alive from Jeff. A 2v2 and a 1v1. Ooh, Willow has a lot of dogs right there. That's really nice. And one of the things you want to try to do if you can with ice, if you have it, is like, the crystals expire if you don't create a new one in 5 seconds, so if you can like try in your head to be like, count it out, that can be really helpful, because in some cases, like in that case, you could keep, like Will, I think, could be cycling through ice a little bit, like more to get more crystals on the board. But it's hard, like, you have to like really count it out. That's the inert, that's beautiful, goes right into the, oh, Top goes down. Oh, beautiful! See, Will, that was beautiful! Making me eat my words every time. Every time I see anyone thing, everyone's like, nah. But what Will did there is they used the ice hook to make sure that it was on top of the people, so the ice hook, for example, on Joe Mel was on Joe Mel, and Joe Mel could do nothing to get it off of them. So that's when Will used their Cold Fusion to ensure that it would hit. Oh, Joe Mel, nice dodge there. Will following up with the barrage. Oh, and takes him down. Will is nailing it with the barrages here, honestly. We'll go and fish in a bit, probably trying to see if they can noose someone against that tower. Jomel is noosing someone. Great use of chainmail. Will, good call in using Cold Fusion there. That's going to protect them from some of the acid damage while they set up their next spell. They do have that double strike on them, though, from Jet Bones. That is going to hurt. Does not take all their health, though. The moment kind of getting bullied into the inside tonic here, but able to make it out. Top really owning that tower here, which is nice because there's no slam movements to take him down, right? There's no somersault, there's no flame leap. But our chain, I guess, does the job. Fair enough. Jet Bones pumping that double strike. And then she's gonna land a spell on it. Oh, a split second too late. That was a really nice, like, preemptive chainmail by Jet Bones, because if that leech hit them for even a second, I think they would have gone down, but the chainmail was ahead of it. But it was right, like, a split second too late for that double strike to register. Oh, beautiful geyser on from Jomel, making sure that in the moment took that extra acid damage. Goop death. Goop death is the cleanest death, some would say. It's a little chameleon. Some nice heals. Nicole had a huge disadvantage here. There it is. That's tough, especially on this map, because you have to be careful of the acid in the two different locations, right? We love to see the mostly metal alchemist put up a fight. Let's do it. Last round. Alright, let's see what we got in Coffin. Jomel aggressing early. I respect that, especially on Coffin. Trying to push that wind wall. Unfortunately, your teammates kind of need help. Chainmail can be tough on this map, right? Because it pulls the opponent towards you, which might pull them closer to your side of the wind wall. Cold Fusion can be really tricky on this map as well, because it's really easy to get kind of knocked down further back when you're up in the air and just get knocked out of the map. Nice heals on Jomel from that frog. We see that tree up here. That barrage from Will. Jomel gonna block the damage, but again, that's gonna pull Will into Jomel's area, which does make Will a little bit of an easier target, but also pushes the line. And Jomel not... Oh, does make contact right before it. Beautiful. Does get that double strike landing. Zakora gonna get that Vanguard. Ultimate Alchemist is a huge disadvantage here, wind wall wise. See that 5 times fast. Beautiful Cold Fusion by Will. We get those heals from the frog on both sides. Oh, Jomel getting whipped around. Now, the wind wall's position is determined by your team's average position, right? So as you have fewer teammates, it's more concentrated on each individual mage, right? Percentage-wise. So it is kind of easier to work together because you're working with fewer people, as anyone who has done a group project will tell you. So now it's all concentrated on Jomel for their team, so they can push the line a bit easier than the other team. Because it's just them, instead of having to, like, work together. That was a nice Vanguard to ensure that they couldn't get steel trapped. Oh, and there it is! Oh, look at the timing! Oh, I didn't even know that was gonna happen. Ooh, and we got Breed's game. This is a stacked match. This is going to be exciting. This match just seems wild. No surprise to see that tonic goes immediately. I'm also not shocked to see the snowballs go next either. I think snowball's phenomenal. It's for me, it's like a better rock shot. Like, you have got the range, you got the huge damage if you hit long range. You have that crystal that it leaves behind. A+. We see an Echo go, which I love to see because I personally am intimidated by Echo. I always just I don't know, the extra cooldown when you miss scares me, so I love to see someone that can play well with it, play it. Because it is incredible if you can play it well. Sizzle taking the Spark early, low range, but huge knockback, and a great spell, especially in these early rounds when you don't have all your health. The damage just seems so punishing. A lot of Tovines. But only one dog, so I want to see who gets Marty. And only one worm, which I'm sure some people are sad to see. And we see Marty go early, so no ice combo with him yet, but you can still do an ice combo without having Snowball, so we'll have to see if Boom King goes for that later. Alright, I love North Pole. It's probably my favorite movement, or up there at least. I think that's a phenomenal pick, and Tovine's going to be good. I think Tovine, again, like I said last game, it pairs really well with pretty much every melee. So it might not shine in this first round, but I can't wait to see kind of what people do with it as we keep going. Those early snowballs are brutal. Personally, too, what I like to do on this map is kind of what Andreas is doing in the bottom corner right there. You can create a snowball around the bottom side of the map, and people like don't think about that, and there you go. There was a huge hit on the top who then got finished off by the Echo Blue Geckos. I love playing it that way. I think that's a great way to play it by Andreas. It really kind of makes people get surprised by those hits, right? They don't even see them coming. And the Rocket Surgeon's really cleaning up so far. Let's see if they can take Sizzle down. Oh! Those bumpers! That was a clean spark onto Jet, too. Alright, now we do have a few cold shoulders here. I'm always like, so for me, I don't pick static a ton, the electric one, because I get a little nervous of it when Double Strike is in the mix, since it would use your entire charge of static on the first person. But in this case, we don't have metal here, so there's no harm in it. I think static is phenomenal when you don't think about it in terms of Double Strike. It is huge damage and knockback that you're charging passively, so you don't even have to think about it. We see those relapses go. Relapse Tovine is a phenomenal combo. I'd love to see one of those landed. I actually don't think I have put one of those in a TikTok yet, so I would love to do that if Top gets a great one off. And now we're seeing those cold shoulders. Reminder that you can cold shoulder other people's worms. You can't do it to your own worm, but you can cold shoulder your other team's worms, and then when they go through the worm, they're hit with that cold shoulder damage. Plus, it transforms all your crystals, and you don't have to whiff to do that, right? So, kind of nice. When I talk too much in Discord, pauses my Spotify. Rude. I don't need your judgment. We saw Bree kind of run away from the group right in the beginning. It was a really good call, specifically against MJob. MJob tends to throw spells out like right away at the group, so if you can put up your defensive quickly or run away from the group, I think it's usually a pretty good call. We see them focusing MJob out there. I mean, fair enough, great player, so I get it, but damn MJob, I'm sorry, bro. Alright, Jet taking some huge hits now. Oh, Sizzle getting hit out there, but we got Jetphones down, Boom King down next. And there, Sizzle tries to make it back, almost does, but isn't able to. Andreas, the huge Tovine here. Top does use their own Tovine. They're not able to hit Andreas back, but they're able to Tovine onto the stage to make sure they don't get hit into the lava, which is very good. Bree with a beautiful curve North Pole there, kind of takes Andreas down while they're distracted with top kick. And just snowball to the face, take Ronakai out. Steampunks, I couldn't remember the name. Alright, so the Steampunks really coming back here. It's only a 1-point differential now. 4 barrages! No leech! No surprise seeing those barrages go to people with cold shoulder or just going fast in general to counterpick. If I was MJob, I would leave it for Andreas personally, but, you know, he might have a plan for it, right? It's still really good with ice hook and stuff. There it is. In this case, they're both good. Lightning Bug is nice here because you can start it on enemies' crystals, so you have a kind of free start there, but in the same token, it can also get distracted by enemy crystals, so it'll pull that crystal in instead of the enemy itself. So you kind of win some, you lose some, right? If you time it right before the crystal despawns, that can work in your favor. Otherwise, it can be tough. On the other hand, Time Bomb, if you get on an enemy crystal, that's kind of an easier hit, and as long as there's people around it, it will still do damage. You're just going to make sure they don't all run away. Clean cold shoulder there. Boom King took huge damage. Oh my god, those barrages under Rodokai were brutal. Would love to see them followed up. There we go, Boom King going into the dog. Doesn't even need to go into cold shoulder. That's enough to take Rodokai out between that and the tonics. M-Drop goes down next to it, but so does Jet Bones. Oh, and drops down next. Okay. Steampunks were like, dude, after that first round, we are not messing around. Andreas is gonna stay away from that Time Bomb. Oh, but can't because it's on the dog! Clip that bad boy. So that's kind of a great example of what we're talking about, right? Like, Marty the dog will home into someone, to an enemy or an enemy unit. So the Time Bomb was on him, so it really delivered the Time Bomb right to Andreas. There wasn't much that Andreas could do to block it, particularly before they had defensive spells. And I don't know if Breed's even listening. Breed's probably not listening because he's in the game, but I want to say for that, you can only time bomb a teammate's dog. I don't think you can time bomb your own dog, right? Because I don't think you can hit your own target usually. With the exception of spells like Glaive. But you can't tonic your own dog, which makes me think you can't time bomb your own dog, but we can double check later. I love seeing the Rewind go early. Rewind and Discharge, I think, are phenomenal spells to counter everything that's happening here, especially with all those cold shoulders on the board. But I also get taking Preserve, right, to get more. That's an automatic generated ice crystal, so you're guaranteed another 5 seconds when you do that. You don't have to hit that like Snowball to get the ice crystal. We do have a couple of Tovine Vanguard combos. I'd love to see someone do one of those. Alright, North Pole is very strong in this map, as long as you can set it up and land it. I think both Breed and M-Drive will be going for that. Let's see if they can do it. Nice amount of crystals already on the board. Breed just trying to do what he can to keep the puck out of the goal here. But he doesn't have a melee for it. His melee is relapse, so he doesn't want to be stuck here. Oh, that cold shoulder is brutal! Boom King gets hit into it and he's gone. Andreas has some final damage here. That worm really blocks most of the barrage. Not quite all of it, though. Oh, there it is! I think that was Rodokai's barrage in the end that did it. Good job just keeping constant pressure on the puck near the goal. Well, still only a 2-point differential, though, so it's not huge. Alright, let's see again. Personally, I love Cap here, and Ice Hook. Cap is nice, but again, what's hard with Cap is it can go off from ice crystals, right? So, like, if Marty hits something, that can be great. You can use that as, like, a Shock Collar combo where you get him to hit your enemy. But also that means that it can just get eaten up by crystals, right? Like if a crystal hits your teammate, or if you hit your own crystal, something like that. So it can be hard on that aspect. Because you can just get eaten up kind of like and distracted by other things. Ice Hook is beautiful here because I just think people don't usually expect it. You can throw it long, you can throw it short, and it's a great way to guarantee an ice crystal again. You don't need to land it to get that ice crystal, you get it no matter what. Suspend and Chameleon both have slow components to them, which is probably pretty nice as well, especially if you can combine it with that cold shoulder. Rodokai's got Worm. Make me proud. Oh! That Time Bomb. Guessing Time Bomb and a horizontal component of some sort and just gone. M-Job looking to do it again. Time Bomb and Static, it looks like. Oh, Rodokai gets hit through his own worm! Bro! Or got Chameleon, one of the two. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Yep, took that down. That was from one person discharged to another. That combo of damage was just huge. Still anyone's game. It's still pretty early. We see those cold fusions going early, which is no surprise. I think it's going to be especially phenomenal for Boom King since they have the dog. Here, it really depends on my spell set for what I like. I like Chain Lightning a lot because you can start it on the enemy's ice crystals or unit. So you can start it on their lightning bug. You can start it on, like I said, their ice crystals. And it kind of homes to the next people, right? So as long as they're nearby, you can guarantee that hit. At the same time, if I want a lot of ice crystals and I can't get cold fusion, I also like Cyclone, right? Because you can Cyclone a barrage, and that's really dirty. There's also something to be said of like doing kind of counter picking and having someone who has no ice spells getting stuck with cold fusion, because although it's not a useless spell, you can still use it to protect yourself in the lava and things like that. It definitely has less uses when you have no other ice spells to pull up. God, that electric defensive is everywhere right now. There we go. Beautiful Chain Lightning by Breet. Does take a little bit of damage there as his mage goes through the worms, but I don't know, it's probably worth it compared to like getting those enemy team all together like that. Sizzle! Beautiful combo there with the Tovine and the static hitting Jetbones all the way out into lava. Top kick getting kind of hit by Jetbones' Vanguard after they die, because your Vanguard stays up because you already casted it, so it still does damage if you die. Oh, I thought that suspend was on MJub, but it was on the dog. That barrage is gonna hurt. Honestly, really good call there by Rodokai landing barrage on your teammate, because you can, as long as you're getting those crystals on the board, you can use them, right? You're just gonna make sure you don't let them expire. So you gotta remember that you can also whip that melee to get those crystals to do damage. I think that probably would have been pretty helpful there. Rodokai had so many crystals on the board. You don't have to land the melee. To generate an ice crystal, you do, but to turn them all into flurries, you don't. Alright, Rocket Surgeon's really coming back with a vengeance here. Really early time bomb land on vegetables. Brett aggressing into enemy territory. Oh my god! Sizzle! Oh my god! Was that Barrage Cyclone from Rodokai? Barrage Cyclone Ice maybe? That was dirty. That was wild. Sizzle just got deleted. Really nice Chain Lightning onto the Rocket Surgeons there. I'm sorry, I just got so distracted by what happened to Sizzle. Oh my god. Breet trying to make it back, but isn't quite able to. MJub able to take out top with that curved Chain Lightning. Breet does another hit onto Rodokai, follows it up with his melee. Rodokai does pop his rewind though, so that'll protect him from most of that damage, and he gets his health right back. Nice Chain Lightning by Breet. Does take a little bit of worm damage, but not a ton. Is able to kind of line Rodokai up there, but unfortunately isn't able to follow it up. The Time Bomb does get hit by MJob's Echo. Boom King with some solid barrages there. Oh, and gets taken out right as he's going to try to explode his crystals. Thank God that sound went away. I was honestly kind of nervous. Okay. Rodokai got yep. Making sure that he's not close enough to MJob to get splash damage on his teammate. Now it's just Brett in this 1v2. Oh, but Rodokai's got the Cyclone and the barrage again. Oh, and there it is. Rip, rip. Nice use there by Top Kick of using their ramp to block the barrage from hitting them. It was very smart. I'm gonna love to see some Ice Hook action here. Oh, look at all of those crystals. Breet again with a beautiful Chain Lightning, getting them out into the lava too. Pops his defensive to make sure that he doesn't get murdered by Andreas's. Do you think keep MJob out in the lava? Nope, he does make his way back. Rodokai doing getting some damage in lava though now. Andreas able to make it back. Just a time bomb by Bree. M-Job pulling sizzle vegetables into the lava, but they're able to make it out without too much of a hassle there. Nice use of Boom King using preserve. Make sure that those preserves cannot land. Those barrages cannot land. Bree went for chain lightning, but taken out by the barrages by Andreas, it looks like. A lot of crystals exploding there in that cold fusion by Andreas, but unfortunately there was no one around them. Boom King and Sizzle not going down without a fight. Nice Vanguard. M doesn't go for the melee though and is able to land it. Rodakai almost hits his teammate into it, but not quite. Alright, let's see what Jeffrey's got for us for the final round. There you see a good amount of pink crystals over there on the left. Let's see if we're going to be able to keep them up. Actually, most of our crystals are gone here. Breet landing yet another chain lightning. Chain lightning king over here, damn. Rodakai and Andreas trying to use those barrages, but that cold fusion really protected Breet there. The barrage would go up the lip of the cold fusion so it couldn't hit him. Where's Jeffrey? Oh, there he is! Takes stuff out. MW able to make it back. I think Jeffrey was distracted by top, but now I don't think he has a way to escape. Yes, he does! He has a cold fusion! So that's gonna protect him from Jeff. Nice call. Oh, but Breet tries, he's like, cold fusion saved me, but again, that lip on the cold fusion's like, nah. Rodakai with some serious barrage over here. Boom King couldn't get back on the island again because the cold fusion. Sizzle's kind of protected by it though. And is able to get M-Job out. That's beautiful. Andreas goes for the melee. That cold fusion. Sizzle's like, not this time. I remember M-Job doing that last time and jukes it. Sizzle doing a great job of waiting until that discharge is gone because that also would have kind of changed the positioning there. It would have been rough for them. It's susceptible to Jeff. Yes, Sizzle! Very clean ending there by Sizzle, really getting vengeance for the team. We got Rodakai again. See what we got here. Again, I don't think any spells are really bad. Snowball I think is solid just again because it's so long distance, high damage. It has that great crystal that it leaves behind that people often run into because they forget about it. Gust is solid because the cooldown is just so low, especially if your teammate has it. You can really almost spam it and just keep someone off their feet. Fireball for me is just a good mid-range spell. It's actually, it is one of my favorite primaries because it's so like, it's like old reliable, you know? It's like mid-range, mid-damage, trustworthy, I don't know. It's like your best friend. And then Hinder is slept on a bit. It has good range, it's low damage, but the slowdown can be incredible. Especially when you have things like Cold Shoulder or even Spitfire in the mix. That slowdown can be brutal. God, I hate when they pause Spotify on me. Alright, let's see what we got here for the movements. I like that somersault. I would love to see it pair with the Flame Leash. Flame Leap is a solid one here too, because it's that solid slam down, right? Especially on maps like Tower. Marty, which goes great with other ice spells. Let's see if anyone takes them. And we juiced that Flash Flood go. I was hoping we would. It's a spell that, again, I don't pick often because I love damage so much, but it's really fun to watch someone who's really good with it, especially if they can dodge spells using it because it's so fast. Alright, let's see what we got. The distance of Snowball and Gust is really going to help here. We see that beautiful Snowball right off the bat. I think that was Shushain. And another one! Oh my god! And just like that, Joe Mel is basically dead. Oh, Shushain almost had that one. They're nailing it with these snowballs. Oh my god. Nekora getting pinned down in the corner there. Another thing to be careful of here is those bumpers. Nice curved flame leap there by Zykora. Takes Rodokai out. Jomel finally goes down. Honestly, I respect how long they stayed alive, considering how early they took all that damage. Shushin again showing off with that snowball, taking people out. Snowball's really great on this map too if you can have it reach that bumper, because it will reflect off of it. So Snowball and Gust are both solid here because of that. Ooh, that was a nice dodge by Chris. One hit left for Chris. I like this, like these mage pieces that are just like floating in the sky. That glove. Alright, let's see. We do see that guys are going early. Again, I love to see it. Kururu is over here with, like, the less likely picks, and I'm so here for it, because I love when people can pick these spells that other people sleep on and just, like, perform with them. It's just beautiful. We do see Rodokai going full Canadian. Not a surprise there. Classic Rodokai. Ignite going. Great spell. Huge damage over time. And honestly, it's a little surprising to see those Cold Shoulders going so late. It's usually, like, the first picked for melees. Rodokai, it's a shuffle. Don't complain. Jomel gets hit out there early and just isn't able to make it back. What do you want us to call it? The mostly 3v3 shuffle? Sizzle with some great hits on Zykora there. Kuru able to take Rodokai out. We get a 2v3. Oh, and Kuru goes down. Now it's just Zykora. We got all those dogs coming in. Nice whiff there from Chushane to get those crystals up, just to get some solid damage on Zykora. Again, you don't need the finishing damage right away, right? It adds up. That geyser was basically a dodge of Zykora's flame leap, because that leap would have hurt. Because that was a good use of geyser, because otherwise that would have slammed them out into the lava for sure. Alright, Rodokai. You're still able to go full Canadian. You're gonna be okay. You got Barrage. Oh my god, for a second I thought you weren't gonna take Barrage. It was gonna blow my mind, dude. Alright. Scorch going next. I think Scorch is great. I prefer to use one Scorch at a time, because the cooldown stays so low. I think it's really helpful, but, you know, to each their own. 7 tiers, great long distance spell. Boomerang's good for, like, some quick damage, but also just kind of set it and forget it. You can cast your Boomerang out there, especially curved, and then a lot of times it'll just run into people and do damage when you're not even doing anything. Alright, let's see what Jeffrey has for us. Kuru took some huge damage early. I'm gonna guess that was from 7 tiers. I honestly didn't see it. Oh, and Jeff Bones does land that Ignite. Oh, brutal. And with no defenses on the field yet to stop or heal, Kuru goes down quick. Rodokai got some solid damage over there from that Barrage and the Cold Shoulder there on his Zykora and Jomel. Got a 1v2 over here by Chris Crossover. See if they're able to kind of pull it out there. Jeff Bones lands another Ignite. Meanwhile, Rodokai's kind of cleaning up all of the dogs over here. Chris headed out into the water, but is able to be able to make it back with their dog. And Jeff Bones does the counter defense melee and gets the Ignite onto Chris Crossover, but unfortunately gets knocked out by the dog and goes down themselves. Jeff Bones landed like 3 or 4 Ignites there. Jomel does finally go down. Let's see if Rodokai can finish up Zykora. Does that help now? Sizzle's still on fire, though. The Ice Crystals were able to how to eat some of those 7 tiers. It does get a kill before he goes down! Oh, that was wild! Alright, let's see. Again, here it really depends. Personally, I love Deflect here when you have to go against Cold Shoulder. But if you already have Cold Shoulder, like Rodokai does, and Rodokai seems to be the one that's the main menace with it right now, Preserve is the pick, because it generates that Ice Crystal without you having to actually land a spell. So you get another 5 seconds of your Ice Crystals, which you can then land, or with your melee again, to turn them back into flurries. If you don't have that, or if you're the team against that, I think Deflect is really the pick. Deflect does a great job of deflecting those Ice Flurries, so you can't get kind of caught in a whole stream of them and then unable to escape. Pillar of Fire is pretty decent. The drawback to it there is that it moves, so I feel like it doesn't quite help as much, because when you're slowed down from Cold Shoulder and stuff, you can't really escape as quickly. So it's hard to stay within the Pillar of Fire to keep yourself safe. Bubble Breaker, we did already see one Jeff match. We could see the other Jeff map, which would be a great heal. It is also a pretty good heal against Snowball if you can time it right. And Snowball's so slow moving that that's kind of possible. Alright, airship, let's see if we get some dunks. You have Geyser for Kurus, so maybe that might get us something. Two-Shade and Crisscross are gonna have like a nice battle down there. Reminder that you can hit your opponent's Ice Crystals, so you can melee them and stuff to generate an Ice Crystal yourself. Two-Shade and Crisscross are both doing pretty decent. Sizzle able to get Zykora out of there with a Geyser. Now Chris has 2 people that they're going against. So one Kuru able to get Jet Bones out with a Geyser as well, but they are on fire, and I think that might be the death of them. Nope, they live. Shushin goes down, and Chris is finally able to take them out. Oh my god, look at all those spells that Rodokai got from the Preserve. Oh, nice clean hit by Chris there. And now it's a 1v2, but Rodokai does have a massive health advantage, so let's see what's able to come from this. That's it for Joe Mill. Now it's just Chris. Oh, and Rodokai does the same move that Chris just did, the whiff. Alright, let's see who takes these flame leashes. No surprise to see those grow early. I would love to see them combo with Somersault or Flame Leap. Rodokai continuing the full Canadian. I'm really hoping that he's able to get Cold Fusion for that. I think Water Cannon's massive here, especially if you're trying to counter all those Ice Crystals. It's a great way to be able to, like, it pushes them all away from you, so you can use it either straight or curved to get out of that zone of all those Ice Crystals. I think it's really strong when you have, like, this flurry of Cold Shoulders everywhere. Again, I would love to see people doing, like, what's like Cora just shooting kind of under the map. It also kind of helps to make sure that your teammates don't get in the way of the shot. Sizzle out there kind of on their own. He is able to make it back by Zykora with that melee. Shade out into the lava. Again, this lava does do extra damage. You've got to be careful. Kuru looks really rough right now, and I think they're going to go down, but we'll see. Jet Bones gets a huge barrage onto them and gets out to the lava as well, trying to make it on their way back, taking a huge amount of damage. Rodokai goes down to the barrage Cold Shoulder, I believe. Jet Bones goes down next. Some massive hits here. 1v3. But Sizzle does have good health, but Zykora does too. Flame Leap onto Sizzle. Yep, nice Flame Leap. Nice recovery though with that Somersault. Beautiful. See, that's what I'm talking about. Went a little bit too far because I think they whipped the melee. I think that momentum kept carrying them. But that was a good use of Water Cannon to get away from the crystals. On these maps where it's like where you can be a little worried about doing the full distance Water Cannon too, you can also curve it. Just make sure you don't curve it so you go into the bumpers. Alright, let's see what we got here. I'm assuming we'll see those Spitfires go. Jetstream is nice here though, because with all these Ice Crystals on the board, you can hit the Ice Crystals, and then but the AoE of Jetstream, it can do huge damage and knock back people without you having to actually aim for a player. Rodokai, what happened? Was that on purpose? Because I feel like I can just hear your voice going, oh no! Alright, Bubble Breaker will definitely shine here, but all these ice crystals on this small map is going to be a bit rough. There we go, nice cold fusion there. You can see that that cold fusion was protecting Sizzle for a little bit from that Spitfire. Jeffrey coming for Jet Bones. Oh! Jet! That was sick! I think he was just trying to save himself, but instead pulls Zykora to die with him. Mordecai goes down next. Nice somersault to return. Ooh, that back into any brutal in these close quarters. Guru able to just make it onto land so Jeffrey doesn't target them. That barrage is going to be huge though. There it is with that whiff. Gone. Intentional whiff feels good, I'm not going to lie. Still a tight game though, it's only 3 kills, so that's 1 round. See if we get some quick 7 tiers right at the beginning. No, we don't! I'm surprised. I feel like the curve on this map is just really like a circle. It's really nice for a nice 7 tiers. That vacuum spamming the fireballs into it. Good call. Now we see the tsunamis coming out. Huge flame leash by Joe Mel onto Shushane and then turning around and immediately spitfiring them to keep them out there. That was dirty. No mercy by Joe Mel. Mordecai's gonna sliver of health, yes, it's left, nice, she's a preserve, but Zykora's like, I'll just get you off the preserve and immediately melee, it's fine. Fair enough. Where's the melee whip? There it is, but Sizzle does a great job of kind of steering clear of that. Jet Bones gets hit out there, and Zykora's trying to edge guard, but isn't quite able to. Jet Bones doesn't make it back with their somersault, turns around to then play against Zykora, he doesn't land the jet stream. Oh! Joe Mel lines up with the Spitfire and takes Jet Bones out kind of to the face. Chris just misses with that cold fusion, trying to take Sizzle out. Sizzle just trying to get 1 kill before they go. I think probably on Zykora, so they're going for it. Oh, but that curved flame leap! No one ever expects the curved flame leap. All tied up, let's go! Hey, Salvo! We'd love to see people use the mushroom here. I think it's really underutilized. Let's see if anyone does. Nice use of Preserve by Mordecai to block that Doomerang combo. Unfortunately, once that was kind of triggered, Doomerang still kind of happened. Jet Bones kind of stuck in the corner there from all the momentum. He's not full ice, he took Tsunami! And there was Cold Fusion available. Oh, look at all those dogs. Beautiful Tsunami that goes down because of that Pillar of Fire. Jet Bones does not have a huge amount of health, able to Flame Leash Zykora out, who then Flame Leash Shushane back in the area. Mordecai taking some damage, even though he's all the way back out there. Crisscross is going to whip the melee to get some damage onto Mordecai. Does take Mordecai out. Nice job by Chris Crossover. Now it's in a 1v4 by Sizzle. The official tournament, the official shuffles are usually once every 2 months or so. The next one's going to be in May, I believe. I don't know if Reed has officially announced the date. And then in between there, we do have some people like Jet Bones, actually, who run their own tournaments. And Jet Bones has been doing one every, like, month and a half or so. If you want alerts, if you do the Warlock tag in the Discord, we tag that for tournaments. So we would tag that for shuffles, or if Jet Bone does a tournament, I usually try to tag it for that, too. Alright, let's see if we can get some nooses on this tower with flame leaves. That would be beautiful. Thanks, Crotera. I agree. I literally was like, I need to know if that was intentional. I feel like there's no way it was. I feel like there's no way he won. It reeks of that time I wanted Thunder and then I got Tsunami and I was so sad. That was a huge Spitfire by Jomel on down to the tower, but a great Pillar of Fire that really took out most of the damage there. Chris Crossover goes over to a Boomerang. Shushain, great use of Preserve up there to make sure that they're not going to get any more damage than they need to. They immediately turn that into the dog to make sure that they can get back to land. They do get hit by that Tsunami a bit. But honestly, without that strategy that they did, they probably would have died, so it was a really good trap. Jomel now the only one left. Are they going to be able to do this? Listen, closing is hard. Beautiful Flame Leap onto Sizzle, but I think Sizzle kind of saw it coming, and that's why they were up on that Preserve. That Tsunami was almost enough. Shushain just trying to make sure that they stay alive here. Oh no! Honestly, I didn't even notice Kururu. I literally thought they were dead. I didn't even notice them there. Oh no, but they hit their teammate with the vacuum! But they're alive still. Oh, and there it goes. I legitimately thought Jomel was all the way by themselves. I had no idea that Kururu was even there. Oh my god, a showdown I would have lost my mind. That was a great game, though. That was, I think, the closest game that we've had so far. They also did a partnership with HoloLive for prizes a little while ago, but I think that's mostly done now. Alright, let's see what we got. I love this element combo, honestly. It's going to be a high damage game. Is that Rock Shot going early there? No surprise. I like Glaive a lot here because you're going to be able to ding it off your teammates with this many people on the board. You're going to be able to ding it off the Pet Rock when that comes up, the Lightning Bug when that comes up. Let's see what we get for movements here. Personally here, I love Steel Trap. You can counter both of those pets. You can counter the Pet Rock and the Lightning Bug with that. You can also technically steal an enemy's Spitfire. I don't know if it actually fully kills the Spitfire right away. I think it might not, but I could be wrong. Breet will have to tell me there. So it also counters Bull Rush and in North Pole, excuse me, if you can time it right. I think that's a great pick. Flame Leap, Zykora has been cleaning up with it, so I think that's pretty fair. And then Bull Rush is kind of like a classic, right? Yeah, as much as I think North Pole is one of my favorite movements, it's probably between that and Steel Trap. I think Steel Trap would have been my pick there. And let's see what we got in this early round. That Spark especially is going to be very painful. But luckily this is a map that at least has edges, so although it still has lava damage, you can't get knocked out too far. Zykora taking some early damage there. The Doctor getting out there, and Brains that are getting knocked out there, going on the other island instead. Gonna try to take shots from far away. That's probably what I would do in that situation as well. They are going to be able to jump over now, though, if they want to, and they do. Gonna hit onto Zykora. Zykora then jumps back, but doesn't even want to make a contact with Brains Slayer, then takes them down with a fireball. And the moment goes down. And now it's a 1v3. Let's see how strong you are, Strongthny. One of the things that I like... Ooh, beautiful spark! One of the things that I like doing this map as well, if I have Steel Trap, is you can bounce off the mushroom and then use your Steel Trap in the air, and the Steel Trap itself will fall to the ground. So while you're up in the air covering that big distance, because you got knocked up by the mushroom, the Steel Trap drags along and will capture anything that it hits. So it's a good way to kind of hit people with Steel Trap while making yourself invulnerable, because you're up in the air, and also making it so they can't expect it as much. Alright, let's see what we got for these melees, before I turn my music back on, because we'll shut off again. See the Petrify going fast, no surprise there. I think it's a great pick with Double Strike on the table. Same thing with Ignite. I think it may be even a better pick with Double Strike on the table, just because you can use it to guarantee a Double Strike if you're able to land one. Tetherball I love. It's great with Glaive in general, but I'm just a little biased toward it. And then we do see Static taking last. Static is good because it does that huge damage and knockback after one hit, but like I've said before, I think it's really rough when you have Double Strike on the board, because when you use it with Double Strike, it uses the entire static on the first enemy, and then the later enemies only get the lowest dose, which really isn't a lot. Let's see what we got here in this round. Both Chain Lightning, both North Pole and Steel Trap can be very brutal on this map and can guarantee hits, like goals, if you get them set up enough. So let's see how it goes. That was a really nice double hit there by Brady and Skinny. In the moment trying to make their way back, but they're not going to be able to. In these early rounds, you don't have all your health yet. You get more health as you get more spells, so it was just too much. And that puck was perfectly lined up, but unfortunately no one on the blue team was able to be there to capitalize on it. It's tough when you don't have all your spells this early. That spark onto the puck hitting Stony was brutal. We're seeing Zykora try to follow the puck, and I'm going to try to see if they can close it. Brain getting beat up there. He gets taken down by Zykora's Flame Leap. Then a 2v2 here, 1v2 here, excuse me, but Strongthny can go and do that puck with that Steel Trap. That's a good call. That's probably what I'd do. Ooh, they go for the Static. That's what I would get worried about. Not the Static, the Spark, excuse me. the knockback can just sometimes be so unpredictable and bouncing off the walls. Personally, I'd probably try to steel trap it into there. But now Strong Thinny has such low HP that might kill them. And honestly, that might have been what they were thinking before. It could have killed them before too. That's fair. We see Zykora finish strongly though, without being like, I don't even need to score the puck. So that Lightning Bug going early. I like Lightning Bug better than Pet Rock, mostly just because it's a faster spell. Pet Rock is not really slow. Like, when it's casted and going to land, it's just very slow. We see that Fireball going quickly. Like, we're having a tough choice. And this is tough, because Urchain, again, I think people used to sleep on it a lot, especially when it first came out, because it is such low damage. But it really does have a lot of value in the fact that it can guarantee damage on up to 2 targets, right? So you can guarantee damage for Double Strike and actually get Double Strike on 2 of the opponents with that. Not to mention throwing them off their game because you're completely, like, whipping them out of their spots, potentially, into the space program. Johnson using a great counter there on that steel trap for that Pet Rock to make sure that he doesn't keep knocking them around. Doctor getting knocked out there and not going to be able to make it back. Brain goes for that flame lead. Doesn't able to do it because in the moment kind of cuts inward. Oh, but in the moment goes into the bumper. Brain getting hit on Zykora, but Zykora's going to make it back while countering with that Pet Rock. And the moment goes down to Sanvier's rock shot. Zykora takes Brain down with that Pet Rock that we saw. I'm guessing it was a combo of that and the acid. And blue team's at it again. Now, let's see. I honestly, again, it really depends how you play here. I really like Pillar of Fire here because it's going to counter those Spitfires that will probably come up. Same reason for Rock Block, but Rock Block can be a little tough here when you have Double Strike on the board because Rock Block doesn't do any damage. So Pillar of Fire will do damage to the enemies if they walk into it, so it can be great for Double Strike in that way. Discharge is great. It's good overall because it's going to cancel out at least some of that damage from Spitfire. What's tough about it is that you still get all that knockback, so it kind of knocks you off your feet. But Discharge can also be really nice to line up for Double Strike, because you can also get multiple hits on enemies, especially if you can kind of guarantee that they already hit you with a dot. And then we see Chainmail. Chainmail, I've talked about it before. I think it's good because it's, again, you can use it to counter Ignite here, but in general, on team games, the more people you have, I think the more value it loses. Because it only blocks damage from one source. One mage source, I should say. Be careful getting too close to those bumpers there, because not only the spells bump off them, but if you get hit them, you will take damage. Donnie getting petrified there, taking some huge damage. That glaive was massive. Sanvier's going to take them out, goes right into the glaive, and takes them out right into the bumper. I mean, very nice. Love to see environment kills like that. Doctor using the lightning bug on in the moment there, in the moment not really able to escape, does end up bull rushing the bug away from them. That was a good call there. They don't have a ton of health. That bug really would have hurt. Zykora trying to counter Sanvier is able to make it so that they miss. Brainstar coming in with a flame lead. Zykora does stay alive due to the discharge, and then goes down to Sanvier's rock shot that they use, kind of the bigger box, bigger hitbox, having Brainstar right next to Zykora there to use. Brainstar taking Adam down with a fireball, or it was the lava. I honestly couldn't see. I think it was them, though. I don't think it was lava. Alright, let's see this. Oh, only one leash! And no one's gonna get that has a flame lead, yeah. Interesting to see Reflex pick so early. I love to see it, honestly. I think it's a really good, like, mind game to play. I like Cap here. It ties really well to the pets. Get some extra damage there, not to mention it's a Spitfire counter. Nice rock block there to stop those early earth tombs and things like that. In the moment, getting aggressed out there. I think Jeff's going to be going for the doctor, though. That discharge saved their life! Doctor lives another day. In the moment, getting kind of edge kept here, but Jeffrey decides to go for Sanvier instead, but Sanvier's not staying enough in the water to actually really tempt Jeff now. Jeff's going for the in the moment. But they're able to make it back, and they force their teammate and Strong Thinny away from them. Adam does go down to Ignite. There we go. Jeffrey getting 2 kills there on Stony and Zykora. Now it's just in the moment. Will they be able to take someone down with them? Oh, and they go down. Oh, I didn't think that would actually happen. I thought that was just long enough that Jeff wouldn't get him. Or Jeff gets Sambier. Alright, still anyone's game. Let's see what we get. We see those Spitfires go fast. Not surprised. Chain Lightning's great here because you can start it on the enemy's pets, so you can start it on the Pet Rock or the Lightning Bug, and you can still get it to home to other enemy players. I love Double Strike here because there's so many spells that can do AoE or dot damage. I think Double Strike's phenomenal here. Especially because you can wait to cast it until you already know you've already landed something like Ignite or Pet Rock or Lightning Bug. That almost guarantees it's going to land. Ooh, that Earth Tomb really separates Strong City from their team. Will the blue team be able to capitalize on it? Yes. Yes is the answer to that question. Zykora gets that Ignite off and uses that to guarantee damage onto Strong City. I think Strong City might go down to this Double Strike. Honestly, I think they just had multiple Ignites on them, maybe? That was brutal. Strong City has got some beat. Doctor going into the pit within the moment. In the moment does have a Double Strike on them. Looks like it's from Sambier. Sambier didn't curve it though, so they didn't have to pick themselves. But with a 1v2 in the pit, they might be okay. Zykora getting a little bit cornered by this Pet Rock and Brain. Makes it up. Beautiful Flame Leap onto Brain there. Able to use their defensive here to keep even some of that Ignite damage, not Ignite, some of their splash damage off of the Pet Rock, I believe. And Zykora takes Brain down with the discharge. We got a 4v2. What are they going to do? Sambier and Adam kind of just trading in the pit there. Adam winding up that Spitfire, just going to hit or two on Sambier, but that's tough because you have, like, so much of a wind up and wind down. You're so vulnerable for so long. They end up both getting hit in the pit because of the knockback. Adam has that Double Strike up on them. I think that's going to take him down. So does Zykora. Oh, Zykora's still alive. Will Zykora stay alive long enough to get Sambier? Yes, they will! But I think it's going to go down now. Yep, there it is. Skinny, I think, will go down to this Lightning. Oh, the Lightning Bug is there, so no, they won't. Oh, but they go down there! They go down to the cap. But they do get in the moment in the end with the Lightning Bug, so touche. And then Adam was just there like, yeah. Stand my ground. Hold the team up. You need someone to be there. Alright, 2v2 on each side. Let's see if they condense or not. Pretty early trades here. Nothing too huge. Adam getting out there in the water, but able to make it back. In the moment is Double Strike. Double Strike? Double... whatever. Maybe it's like Attorney's General with Double Strike. We'd use the Sambier going down to that Ignite. Oh my god, the Ignites here. I think it's the Ignites again in combo with Double Strike. It's brutal. Brain able to take Adam down. Looks like Zykora might be coming for Brain a little bit. We got Stony in a 1v1 in the corner while Zykora in the moment over here. We're trying to take care of Brain's daughter, who does have their Spitfire up. Nice curve and that Flame Leap, but does not make contact. Nice Pet Rock onto Doctor. Oh! That Chain Lightning just missed. I thought Brain had in the moment there, but not quite in the moment, running away from Brain at this point. Doctor just needs one more hit and they're down, but they take down Stony already. Meanwhile, Zykora is able to get Jeffrey to take down Brain. Alright, the Doctor just needs one hit, but they're gonna go for in the moment. See if they can get in the moment before they die. Zykora's just like, rock! Alright, Chad's Geometry's in the lead, but it's still anyone's game. Quick trades, nothing super intense. Brainstarter does get out into the lava there, and it's going to get hit further up by that discharge. Beautiful move by in the moment! Honestly, if I was them, I would just throw my Spitfire towards the field at this point. I think I would just give up. Oh, but they did make it back with Flame Leap. Fair enough. Oh, and they get their revenge on in the moment, too! That was a nice Spitfire. But that Pillar of Fire really helped the red team. Come on, Zycor. No! Your teammate! Alright, Adam and Stony, it's all you. Stony got kind of... Okay, it's Stony, it's all you. Oh, I thought that was going to get Brain, but it did not. After getting hit that far out in the round, Brain lives. Impressive. Yeah, usually if I have a spell like that's really long range, like 17 or Spitfire, if I'm that far out, I'd usually just cast it, so... Making it back was a better call in that case, because made it all the way back and lived to the end. That earlier tomb with that cap, but no one really able to capitalize on it. Nice Flame Leaf down there buying the moment, but they're taking some pretty heavy damage, it looks like. Oh, they got that Chain Lightning onto Brain Cutter, though. Adam cut the target of a double strike. And there it lands. Adam's gonna really pay for that for a while, because that's an Ignite. They're gonna put their their Spitfire down, does make a little bit of damage. Meanwhile, Stony takes Brain Cutter down. And the moment goes for the Flame Leash, just misses, but is able to follow up on Strengthening. Yeah, 3v3 going. Ooh, that was a really nice North Pole onto Stony, and they tried to kind of counter it with the Steel Trap, but they weren't able to. The Symbian still did get knocked out a little bit. Samvier goes down. Skinny goes down. Strengthening goes down. Damn, that was clean at the end. Oh, and by 1 point! There we go, look at that timing. Oh my god, this is very pale. Alright. Well, their health bars will be the middle color, so it should be fine. But yeah. Honestly, nothing I haven't said before here on the primaries, right? Rock Shot, good long distance, good damage. Fireball is like your most reliable best friend. It's mid-range, mid-damage, it's beautiful. Glaive is phenomenal because it just like it auto-homes the other target in this case because it's not a 4v4 to Chaos. Yeah, there's fewer targets, but it's still really nice, and you can still hit it off things with that Pet Rock. And then there's Echo, which I love to see people that can Rock Echo, Rock Echo. It's a high-pressure spell because if you miss, the cooldown is wild. But it's nice. Alright. Personally, one of my favorite combos in-game is Wormhole Tetherball, so I would love to see that happen. We'll have to see. In this case, though, it would be hard to resist picking Steel Trap. Steel Trap is a great spell because it counters Bull Rush. It also, like, combos beautifully with Flame Leash if you can get one. And I gotta go fix my window. One second. Coffin! See, the colors aren't that bad now. They're green and pink. The main thing it checks for colors if it's that middle color that's close enough, and then that's when it starts peeking and problems. Computer Man taking some heavy hits. Oh, and goes down. Alright, now we see Top is going to have all the pushing power, but with that little health, it's going to be really scary. That was a nice Glaive. Glaive can't hit the same target twice as the primary target, but it can do splash damage. So if there's two people that are close enough, it'll hit player A and do splash damage to player B, and then hit player B and do splash damage to player A. So it basically hits both of them, even if they're not that primary target. A lot of good choices here. Honestly, they're all beautiful. Ignite's awesome with Double strike, right, because I can guarantee the double strike, and then landing after double strike is really brutal. I love tetherball in general. I think it's a great setup, especially for glaive. It's a counter to worm, which is also very valuable in my opinion, though we do only have one worm on the field right now. Relapse pairs well with steel trap and worm, because you can kind of relapse someone, get them in your steel trap, and drag them away, forcing them to move. And like I said before, what I do love on this map too is you can kind of go into the mushroom and then use your steel trap while you're up in the air. Your steel trap will drag along the ground itself. It does fall down. So you can use that to kind of catch people when they're not suspecting it. And it kind of just comes from the air. Top getting knocked out into that lava, taking huge damage. Jeff Bones follows up with that steel trap and is going to knock. Top is gone. It just got deleted. In these early rounds when you don't have all your health yet, that environmental damage just feels huge. Cross is going to go probably fall down to that now. Yep. So relapse will do damage based on how far you are from the original impact point. So no matter how much you've actually walked in between, as long as you're back in that same spot, you will take none to minimal damage. It's very hard to get none to be like exactly on that spot, which is hard. Yeah, so you're always better off walking back in the direction of where it landed on you. Cortera getting huge environmental damage there, is not able to escape that tether ball and goes down to Jet Bones. We see that Scorch going early. We'll love to see how that works. It depends on kind of the player, right? I personally love doing one Scorch at a time because it keeps the cooldown low, but to each their own. It can be a great way to get a lot of burst damage onto someone if you have a double strike up. I like Time Bomb a lot here because of its kind of potential with double strike and its ability to do damage to multiple enemies. But we have seen Urchain be a really popular pick this tournament. Boop, boop, boop. Chris Cosper really hesitating in the beginning there. There we go, we better make it back though, not get too thoroughly punished. Good. He does land that pet rock on a Crow Terror, but that pet rock will be countered by the worm if it goes through it. Yeah, so now that pet rock is basically countered. Beer Man taking some heavy damage out there. Tomel does choose to try to make it back instead of using their melee on it. Cortera goes into the volcano. Oh, and Chris is right there. Chris is going down. Yeah, no chance. And now it's a 1v1. Jet versus Top. Oh, there's the tether ball. But Top is like, I have glaive, so they just glaive their own tether ball. Great use of that tether ball. Bull rush. Oh, but Jet Bones is able to get the tether ball off. Well played. All right, let's see what we got. We know that Spitfire is a possibility, so it's always kind of nice to plan ahead there. I think that Pillar of Fire is a great spell for that, also because it can do damage for Double Strike if that does come up. Rock Block's nice as well. Rewind doesn't cover the full duration of the Spitfire, I believe, so you'd still end up with some of it unless you can kind of kill it in the meantime, which is possible. And then there's Chainmail, which it's kind of to each their own. I don't love it personally in a team match because it only blocks damage from one mage source, but at the same time, we've seen what happened when Ignite like tears up the battlefield, right? Like one of the last games, Ignite was getting thrown around left and right, especially with double strikes. So it made sense to have a Chainmail there, because that would have been one of the few ways to protect yourself. Alright, let's see if anyone can get a sweet, sweet death. Terra's got that time bomb, but does not kill them, which is nice. They try to use their worm, but not quite able to. Jet Bones does follow up with that. They've really been tearing up that time. Tectonics! So, The first batch of team names were all like Greet and Chad and Erica, and then the second batch of team names, I helped with some of those because I wanted some funny ones. But I think Hooked on Tonics, I think, was Greet. Terra does take down his enemy. Follows up with a nice Scorch onto Jet Bones there. See, that's a great example of when it's a great idea to use all 4 Scorches. And now it's just Crow, though, but he does have Worm. Oh, it takes Joe Mel down! Now it's a 1v1. Let's see if Crow is going to try to do a battle or wait for his Worm to come up. But it's hard with Chris right now. He's got to be careful because I guarantee Crow's like really hoping that Worm comes up. So what happened there is you got to remember that Flame Leap hits directly in front of you, not necessarily right where you land. So in that case, Crow kind of hugged inside to make sure that Chris would go over him, I believe. Crow does get his Worm up, but he doesn't wait to do it under a propeller, which is interesting. Again, kind of you see him hug the pillar there, so that way Chris will jump over him. Oh no! Careful! That was terrifying. Oh, but now he can drag Chris into the Worm with his chainmail. If he, oh, it might not line up enough. That's gonna block at least that rock damage, so thankfully, or he would be gone. But not all of it. There's a couple hits there right at the end. If I was him, I'd be going into the propeller. He keeps throwing his Worm toward the propeller, and it's genuinely very scary. Now, reactivating his Worm to close it like that will make the cooldown a bit longer. Oh, but he gets him! There it is. I didn't know which way that was going to go, honestly. Alright. Love the leash. Would love to see it comboed with Steel Trap. No surprise to see those go early. Reminder that they do also combo really well if your teammate lands a Suspend. So Suspend stops the other mage from, like, moving due to spells, basically, right? So if an enemy has a Suspend on them and you Flame Leash them, they won't be able to drag towards you to cancel out that Flame Leash. So they'll just eat the Flame Leash damage because they can't come towards you because they're suspended there. I would love to do a video on combos you can only do as a team. But they're really hard to get tips for. Especially if you have a league, it's really easy. Terra trying to keep Jet Bones out there, but Jet does put up their Rock Block to counteract it when Joe Mel is going over there getting help. Great combo by Joe Mel there with the relapse in the Steel Trap. Right now. Oh, there's some good hits though. Joe Mel is on fire, which is going to be a little bit brutal. Top kick gets knocked out, but is able to make their way back. There's a sliver of health left. Gecko is throwing rock shots from far, trying to get the closing hit on the computer or Keck. Able to get that closing hit on Keck with the Earth Tube. And there's the rock shot into Computer Man. Now it's just Crotera and a 1v3. Nice landed Suspend. Gonna get Time Bomb, gonna need to counter that with his Chainmail. Got 1 hit left on Joe Mel, maybe 2 on Jet Bones. Nice pop of Chainmail by Joe Mel to ensure that they stay alive, and nice follow-up there with Steel Trap to guarantee Crotera gets in the Steel Trap. Unfortunately, Crow was able to hit them with the Suspend. Gets the Chainmail into Jet Bones, make sure Jet Bones gets some nice damage there. While Crow is distracted, Crisscross comes over, and Jet Bones is able to get the final hit at the end. Or it was lava. Alright, Hooked on Tonics! I have faith in you! No surprise to see those Spitfires go. I am disappointed there were no double strikes, though. I think double strikes always kind of really mix it up. Terror getting knocked out there. Needs to warn him to get back, but does take some solid lava damage. Computer Man putting up his Spitfire. Got Worm kind of protecting Jet Bones there. So Computer Man get hit out there with a fissure and then get flame released by Joe Mel, who dodges most of the Spitfire, though it does get a final hit on the end. Computer Man getting kind of edge kept, but able to make it back with their Steel Trap, but unfortunately Joe Mel does just a Chainmail on them to pull them into the lava, and they go down to a combination of that and Joe Mel's Steel Trap. But they've been really nailing that combo of the Chainmail Steel Trap. Now we're just C-top. Oh, I thought they were going to make it back. Alright, RIP hooked on tonics. Not hooked enough. We see Ignite there. Beautiful. Yeah, you know, my life is hard and I forget to unmute myself frequently when my dog barks. You're missing all my beautiful commentary. But that's okay. Hopefully this time the commentary will at least be on the Twitch VOD, but we're gonna find it. We're gonna have to find out with time. Ignite, I think, is the best here in terms of using it with Double Strike. We've seen that really like tear up previously. I love Compound with it as well, though, because it does charge on each enemy it hits. Nice flame leap by Rotokai. In the moment, just not able to make it back with all that lava. Breed, I was just so stunned by how dead to me you are that I forgot to unmute. And there Will goes down. I gotta say the Rocket Trojans have some really nice colors. Pretty beautiful. No word chain here, which is probably a little bit unfortunate because it's been a tournament favorite this whole day. I honestly would love decoy here. I haven't seen much clones really in general, and I think we're losing out. They're a great form of movement as well as like just being able to counter enemies with them, especially like it's hard when you play against bots, right? Because the bots will know, but enemy players never do. Now you want Rotokai to lose? Is that because you lost and you're bitter? Use a Wii, let's just take Dark Souls. I think you're just salty. Yeah, Bones, that whiff of the melee was really unfortunate because they go out into the tonic and take some serious damage in the moment with a really nice North Pole and a Shushain there. Shushain gets kind of whipped out into the lava because of that build-up momentum that they gained when they were pinned against that ramp. And the moment else takes down Jet Bones with a really quick spark. It's a 1v3 now here for Will. They are able to make it back, but it's tough. Like, a 1v3 is really hard in those situations. Especially with this much acid everywhere. Rocket Surgeon's pulling ahead. Personally here, again, I'm biased towards clones. I love backup. It's just my go-to. I think it pairs really nicely with a lot of spells. Chainmail, decent pick when you have dots on the board. Again, I've kind of made my thing known on it, right? Like, it is unfortunate that it only blocks damage from one mage source, but at the same time, with things like Ignite and Lightning Bug on the board, I can see why. But your teammates have those, so it really depends, right? Discharge is like nice in general. It'll kind of nullify some of the damage from Ignite and potentially Spitfire, but you do still have that knockback, so you gotta be careful. In Pillar of Fire, I've talked about this before, it's a good counter to Spitfire, and you can use it to set up Double Strike. Unfortunately, no steel traps here to activate when you bounce off the mushroom. Womp womp. See those lightning bugs going out early. Two of the pink team over there on the right-hand side. Guru does make it back, and then in the moment follows up. That lightning bug is pulling them into the acid, though. That might be the end of in the moment. There it is. Guru sneaks right under that flame leap of Shushain, able to kind of stay alive there. But Shushain does make it back. Mordecai trying to stay alive if they can. The chainmail just expires as Guru hits Jet Bones with their fireball. Unfortunately, that discharge was not enough to save Kuru from Shushain. That damage from the spark was just too much. Mordecai able to take down Jet Bones. Trying to stay clear of that lightning bug now. Trying to get that final hit into Shushain. Nice, he's a backup. I thought it was going to expire there, but it didn't. It exploded right there. It didn't quite get damage onto Will, but it was close. So Will's bug gets the final hit onto Rotokai. Alright, 3 flame leashes and a turtle. You love to see it. I would love to see some combos with Flame Leash. I think Flame Leash is also a lot of fun with clones. If you hit someone with your Flame Leash, if you already have a clone on the board and then you swap your clone as you have them leashed, you can whip people around kind of like you do with Flash Flood. With all the clones on the table, of course, Cap is a great call too, because not only can you kind of like use the clones to absorb the caps on other units, if you can run your clone into it, then your clone will explode and do damage to their team. Plus if you have clones, if you get like Sunder and you can do triple cap, dirty. And now we're seeing some of these clones from the action here. I love it. Yeah, they thought that was Rotokai. It's tough because if you pay attention, you do notice that clones lose health way more because they have such like low health. But at the same time, when you're kind of like in the zone, sometimes you're not going to notice that. In the moment, getting a little bit beat up in that 2v1 there, they're now retreating for their teammates because that's a good call. In the moment, Will seemed to have basically traded, but now in the moment, when they're way back in time, they kind of knew when to bail, and Will goes down. But in the moment, I think might go down as well. They did. So they kind of traded there, really. There were two different 1v2s, and each person that was the one lost. Rotokai really tethered up there. Lightning Bug's gonna hurt. Oh, but he makes it away from it. Jushin needs that one hit. Bam! And Kuru gets it with the melee. Rotokai, nice use of clone to eat up that turtle. Now what Rotokai can do with that glaive is if the turtle is close enough to Jet, they can use the turtle to set up the glaive. But they've got to be careful because if they get too close to Jet, Jet can run after them like he's doing now. Great dodge by Rotokai. Unfortunately, does get into the pit. I don't think that's really what he wanted to go for. But then he set up Jet there perfectly. He basically was like, I dare you to hit me, and then popped his backup so that way it would explode and do damage to Jet right away. And Kuru gets the final hit. No Sunder! It's the rudest thing that's ever happened to me. I love to see those double strikes go. It's funny that that's like the only thing that will make those Spitfires go later, right? It's kind of funny, but I like that we have like one Spitfire on each team. I like keeping things a bit even there. I do like the chain lightning here as well, right? Because you can start it on the enemy target. You can start it on the clones, as long as they don't explode. Be careful. Like you can still start it on them, but you'll get damaged. You can start it on the lightning bug. But we're all really missing out that there's no Sunder there. Well, let's see what Jeffrey does here. Nice setting up of the compound there. That's great for Rotokai because if he gets targeted by Jeff in the water, if he lifts his compound now, he will go up in the air and that will reset Jeff. Alright, chaos. Who's Jeff going for? Barely will. He's double strike to Rotokai. Nope. Oh! In the moment, had the double strike up on Kuru, but when they went to the double strike, Jeff killed them. Always curve your double strike, kids. Even Jeff is excited about it. That was weird. Maybe lag or latency. Especially with all those Spitfires. Alright, rock, block, and barrel. Jeffrey just wants to optimize his meals. Some really quick trades here, but now here come the ultimates. See that one Spitfire going out. There's the second one winding up now. Really pretty good damage from both of them, honestly. Not bad. Nothing huge, but, you know, take it. Kuru able to just escape the lightning bug. Good call. That would definitely would have taken them down. Now they can honestly use like their clone. Nice flame leash by in the moment. Huge damage into Jeff Bones from that. Kuru I think is now going to go down. Yep. And that electricity went right up that rock like a ramp. Jet Bones goes down to a spark. Nice flame leash by Will onto Rotokai. Jushin popping that Spitfire, but then in the moment pops back up and end up behind them. Jushin gets flame leash. I think in the moment is now running away from the lightning bug. And Jushin does go down, and that's it, I think. Nice close. Oh no! Rotokai goes in the melee but whips it as the double strike is also whipping, so it kind of goes up in the air. Nice flame leap though. He's living in the moment! Got a little dance by Rodokai. Rodokai with the final hit and the little dance. No Dark Souls for you yet, Cortera. GG, friends. Right one. Ooh. With the colors. Yes, more steam. We love to see it. Will lightning pick lightning? You never know, because Pyro hates fire. It really doesn't like the fire spells overall. Flame Leash, but not a lot of the other ones. Doesn't like Fireball. I think MJob will take that rock if it's available. Oh, sorry, bro. I think I jinxed it on you. But Glaive is a good pick. No one's gonna take Rocket, though. Thank you, Joe. Wait, did they take Glaive? They took Glaive! Ah! I wanted Rocket. Rip. I'm guessing we won't see anyone take that hot swap, but we'll have to wait and see. Again, it is a great spell. Oh my god! Yes, Doctor! You can, like, guarantee a volcano kill if you do it right. It's a great spell, but people get intimidated by it. Personally, here, I'd probably pick Steel Trap because I love how it counters Bull Rush, but we do that. MJob is really good with Bull Rush. Oh, we still went with Steel Trap. Alright, let's go. MJob getting hit out into the lava. Wasn't able to make it back though. Gets another glaive onto him. Doctor goes down. Chris might go down too. There they go. Now we're even again. So there's definitely a health advantage for the mostly metal alchemist here. Oh, they just evened that out. Oh, we're gonna even. There it is. Now it's evened out again. Andreas has a little bit of a health advantage, but nothing huge, especially in these early rounds. Nice rock shot. One more, I think. Oh, the dodge. Oh, that was close. There it is. Oh! Split second too late by lightning. And Andreas takes the final hit there. Evelyn. My dog being loud. Yeah, hey, Emmett. Alright. All good melees here. I've kind of said similar things already. I like Compound a lot. I think having that extra vertical component when you whiff it is really helpful to the point where on, especially maps with Jeff, what I would really do is immediately compound my teammate, just so that way I have it charged. Other than that, really just all things I've said. Compound goes really well with Double Strike. Static a little less so, but it's still powerful, especially since it charges passively. Wait. Oh, why are we hanging, though? I don't like that. Who's DCing? This is weird. Crisscross. They should be able to rejoin. Hey. Remake? Okay. I'm gonna see if I can get Emmett to go downstairs while we remake. Yay, we still have steam! Okay, and it's now going outside, so that should help. Okay, I love that we still have steam, I love that we still have metal, both of those are phenomenal. I know you didn't want to go outside because you're scared of wind. You're descended from wolves. And now someone has to pick Rocket. This is my dog that is scared of wind, and so currently will not go outside. And is shaking a little bit, actually, because there's wind. But she is descended from wolves. Yes, you were. No hot swaps this time around. We do see those steel traps go. Anybody want to mage with me? Yes. Ah, don't sleep. Okay. Early trades going. Those snowballs in the beginning will definitely hurt. Nice glaive under lightning that auto-homed into the doctor. Lightning trying to get that hit with the dog. Unfortunately, Crisscross is able to dodge it and follow up to take lightning out with a gust. Some job hiding behind the rock formation there. It's a good call. Joe Mel trying to seek them out. Nice kind of like backward somersault there to get Crisscross. You get a 2v2 here, but definitely a health advantage. Never mind. It's a 1v2. There it is. Alright. No push, but I expect to see these cold shoulders go pretty fast. Those pair very well with double strike. One each is kind of nice. Again, I like to see it when cells like that are really powerful kind of get split between the teams. Big snowballs early. One on a Joe Mel. Remember too that you can start glaives on ice crystals. Like just like Joe Mel did there. Great use of a crystal to get a hit on lightning. Beautiful curved rocket. I thought you were almost gonna get a free shot with that. Crisscross, let's see if they get edge guarded. Not quite! Just shy of lightning's range. Two down real quick. Wow, that was it. It was fast. Oh, but no barrages to go with those cold shoulders. In playoffs, that might be for the best, but I'm sure that stings. Get your foot off my volume, I can't hear anything. Yeah, it might be for the best, Andres. I'm excited about these clones, I hope people take them. There we go, I love to see the clones going. Early hits. Oh! I thought that was Joe Mel that was going to go into the volcano, but it was their clone and Doctor going in. Gray is really low on health at this point. Go down to that Archane. Now we're back into a 2v2. Nice snowball by M-Job. Knocks Chris right into the volcano. Now it's just Joe Mel, and they were in a little bit of a tough spot trying to not be edge guarded when there's two people aiming at them. They tried to use that geometry to their advantage as much as they could, but 2 people, it's really tough. So rigged. What, that shot from M-Job? It was nice. I love backup here just because I love clones, but it really depends. Preserve is nice to get an additional ice crystal, right? And deflect is just probably one of the best options out here right now because it'll help defend against those ice crystals. But without barrage, I guess it's not too terrible anyway. Reminder, if you're watching, oh my god, Evie, I love you, but if you're watching this and you're not in the finals, you can already sign up for the next tournament if you would like. Damn job, nice. Oh, Rockstar run into his teammate, unfortunately. Just cross out of the lava. I'm gonna make it back. It's that slam onto crisscross. Lightning trying to make it back is able to. Ooh, I thought that was Joe Mel too, but it was just a clone. Lightning goes down, now it's just M-Job. Oh, nice use of, like, I believe that was the clone there to guarantee a hit into M-Job. Is that Glame homing technique? Alright, so that turtle going first really wasn't a surprise. Ice Hook following up again, a nice guaranteed crystal. Let's see what Pink Team can do! Joe Mel and Crisscross kind of getting a little bit edge guarded there, especially Joe Mel, but they are able to make it back. Unfortunately, Turtle hits them too. God, they're getting deleted. They finally are able to make it back. They go down, but honestly, they lived a good amount of time considering. Crisscross has a little bit of health now too. Crisscross managing to stay alive. Oh, into that boomerang! And now it's just Andreas. Nice use of backup because they weren't worried about escaping that turtle, but unfortunately they're going to make it back. They do make it back, and that knockback, in addition to Lightning lifting the melee, really helped knock Lightning that far out. That was a nice move, though. They unfortunately wasn't able to kind of close out. But that does leave us with a closer game, which we always love to see. Now we have a Sunder on a board. I'm really hoping someone takes it, but we'll see. There's no one that has, like, a ton of ice, and I think that might partially be because we didn't have Barrage. So, Cold Fusion is still good here, like we've talked about earlier, how it can block hits and save you out when you're in the lava and stuff, but it definitely does lose some of its usefulness since we don't have a ton of ice crystal creation here. I love Compound and Double Strike together. So, because what happens is if you Double Strike, so Compound, right, it increases its damage as you hit targets. It levels up, like you can see its buffer underneath you until it gets to 3 max, I believe, right? So, when you use Double Strike, if you're not already leveled up, it will level up on each person it hits, so it'll do more damage to each person. Or, if you're already fully leveled up, which you can do by leveling up, like hitting it against your teammates and things like that, it'll give the max charge to each one of those 3 people, which is huge. Whereas Static is a little tough, because Static will only do the max damage to that first person you hit, and then after that it discharges, so you only get the smaller hits. So that's what that's why I think compound combo is really nice with Katana, because it's like, see, bam bam, and now that compound just leveled up. It just gives you more damage as per hit instead of less. Yeah, that's why I love it together. Plus, it's also just really satisfying when it's like, ding ding ding, like all in a row. Joe Mel and Chris Cross taking some huge damage here. I feel like what Pink's team has decided is to really like kind of concentrate on those two first, and then leave Andreas for last. Because I feel like Andreas has been the last man standing now 2 or 3 rounds in a row, and I feel like that's probably not on intention. Damn, Steampunk's really showing that they're not going down without a fight. Let's see if any of these steel traps will do anything. Steel trap combo with the clones is really nice, because you can steel trap the puck and have your clone, like, make sure your clone is on the other side, like throw it to the other side, and then swap it, and it'll pull the puck toward you. That was huge damage on Joe Mel. Now they're just trying to get the puck out of their zone. Andreas with the jet stream, and unfortunately hits it too close to their teammate, and Joe Mel gets knocked out there. I don't know if they'll be able to make it back. And they go down. You can also ice hook the puck too, so if you get the puck on an ice hook and then like run toward the enemy goal and reel it in, it does reel in like slower, so it can get like countered and stuff, but it still will pull the puck to the opposite end of the stage, which is nice. Ooh, dangerous move there by Andreas. A nice jet stream by MJ. Oh, that vacuum on Chris is gonna hurt. They live through it though. And then they finally go down. They live for a long time. Now it's just a 1v3 with Andreas. This could be the stage for it, but it's also tough because the puck is in their zone and it's really hard to push against 3 different goalies. Nice rocket! Oh my god, Andreas! Oh! Oh my god. One of my favorite moves here too is to put my clone right against the puck, so that way when the clone explodes, because the puck hits it, it gives it burst of damage and throws the puck toward the opponent's goal. And what's nice about that is it's easy because you can put the clone on your side, so when it explodes, it goes toward the opponent's side. Ooh, God. That was wild. But honestly, what I'd probably do is if the puck got that close and I need to protect it, I'd probably try backup. Because then again, the clone would explode and pull the puck away, but then that's also hard about that is then you would end up directly behind your opponent. And with a health disadvantage like this, maybe Andreas is the right call to not do that. Though backup ice hook could be a fun combo. Oh, he's gonna have to get it away from him or he will die. He's gonna have to make sure it's closer to hit lightning than him. Oh, or use the ice hook to counter. That was beautiful. You love to see it. That was very beautifully played. There's the jet stream. We all just vibing, you know? Oh, clone just ran out. Oh! Oh, I thought that was gonna get him. Andreas is like, nah, sidestep. Bait? There it is! Should've used your other clone and swapped. I'm very impressed with how long Andreas stayed alive there, though. That was wild. On, like, no health. Alright, mostly Metal Alchemists, come on! movements here to, like, demolish the field and really push the line. Sunder can kind of do that, but there's no, like, North Pole or anything like the Pole Rush. Ooh, that double strike on mostly Metal Alchemist is gonna hurt! Double strike is a phenomenal spell on this map, and everyone kind of gets hurted and funneled in the same area. M-Job goes down! And mostly Metal Alchemist pull it off! Ooh, Andreas, be careful. Ooh! Chris goes down. That was a beautiful glaive. Mel trying to get that double strike. Unfortunately, isn't able to. And the double strike lands on them, and Lightning takes them down. I believe that's a win for the Steampunks. Alright, let's see. We got no Spark. 3 Echoes. Oh, look at the colors on swap. Alright, anyone who was mad about similar colors before, this match is the answer for you. They are so different. I don't have much to say here because for me, again, I've said this before in this tournament, like, Echo is so high pressure. If you miss, it's really brutal, right? Because the cooldown's so much longer. But people that are good at Echo rock at Echo, and it's so good. So I kind of just, for me, it's like, if you pick it, I have faith in you. You felt confident enough to pick Echo and not be forced with it? Respect. We'll have to see if the Doctor goes for a full Canadian set. Time will tell. Maybe Rodokai probably will too, but we already know that about him. It's the tough choice, because if you want to go for all ice, Ice Pack is great, but personally, I like North Pole better. I feel like it's a more reliable movement, right? You're not just going to get whipped around anywhere. You never really know what Marty's going to target. He could target a Pet Rock, he could target Jeff and get you stuck out in the ocean. North Pole, you know what it's doing. And North Pole is a great spell for this map. Lightning going for that pull. Almost to the goal, but not quite able to... Great sidestep there from Lightning. That's exact... Listen, A+ all around. That's exactly how you want to do North Pole in that match. If you're not careful with North Pole, the Pulk will slam into you and do a huge amount of damage, and sometimes could kill you depending on where your health is at. That was a beautiful play by Lightning, doing that North Pole right to the goal, sidestepping the puck so it didn't hit them, and then turning around to finish it. No notes. Beautiful all around. Fascinating that we see these cold shoulders going a little later. I'm guessing that Worm Relapse combo is what Kururu wanted, though I'm not sure. They could just be going for full sand. Could have also just been saving it for their teammates that have full ice. That one might have been what M-Chop was doing, actually. Taking Ignite, so that way their teammates that have the rest of ice can take the cold shoulder. Unsure, but that wouldn't surprise me. Usually they plan like that. Lightning really tearing up with that Chain Lightning and hits the Ignite on M-Job, but M-Job's like, I know what you're doing, and hits the Ignite onto Lightning as well. That's a great move, because a lot of people would be so focused on trying to escape the Ignite by Lightning there, but honestly, especially with this, like, when you don't have this many spells, there's not really an option, so M-Job did a great job of kind of accepting his fate and saying, okay, but you're gonna get it too, and now Lightning's gone. I think there's, like, a level of, like, skill it takes to be able to get to the point when you say, like, no, I have to eat this hit because I know that I can, like, trade and get some solid damage, instead of just constantly trying to run away and dodge. Rodokai out there in the lava, he will not make it back. Did no one hit Rodokai that whole time? Oh, was Rodokai going for picks? Well, they're just not paying attention. Kuru goes for the Relapse Worm combo, but unfortunately gets killed right before the worm goes off. Rodokai's going for draft. I hope there's no barrage. Damn it. So Rodokai did that intentionally because he wanted to get barrage, which is honestly, it's a good call. I just think it's funny when someone does that and then there's no barrage. Got stuck behind the wall, but did he, like, accept his death intentionally or not? That's the real question. Because I was, like, the warm-up game I played with him before the tournament started, he kept doing this to get barrage. He would just kill himself so that way he'd be at -1. Either way, intentional or not, I guess it worked out. Kuru gets some huge damage between those barrages and that time bomb. That can't feel great. Unfortunately, there's a lot of things that can distract Sparky right now. All those crystals. Duff makes it back with their flame. He does get hit out into the lava now, but not before doing huge damage to the Kuru, who then goes down. The lightning bug again, distracted by the crystal. Nice ice pack onto lightning, keeping him out there. M-Duff goes down to the lava. I bet my Kenny on the pink team, please win. Oh, they heard you. Should I do my boy Rotokai like that? Personally here, I like Pillar of Fire unless you have all ice, and then I like Preserve, because it gives you an automatic ice crystal. Pillar of Fire is nice, though, because it gives you the counter to Spitfire, so it'd be nice if at least someone on your team had it, because it would be nice for someone on your team to be able to kind of take the priority of if Spitfire gets up into this game, saying, like, oh, I will be the one to counter it. Like, I'll hold on to my Pillar of Fire until that Spitfire comes to counter it, or something along those lines. But when you have all ice, Preserve is just so good, because it guarantees that crystal creation, so it guarantees you another 5 seconds of crystals. Oh my god, I heard those barrage lands, and I was like, damn. The Rotokai landed, I think we were into those barrage shots on his team, which was a good call, and then followed up with the dog to have them then target the enemy. Doctor's doing a similar move here. All ice, just trying to get those barrage crystals to make contact. But again, like Rotokai did, you can have them make contact on your teammate, as long as your teammate knows that knockback is coming, which on a map like this is minimal issue, right? Because there's walls. As long as you don't go into those bumpers. Oh, lightning is ignited, though, and then followed up with a lightning bug. And a time bomb! Lightning itself not looking good, and they go down. Now it's just Rotokai to 1v3. Nice one, they maybe heard you. The other thing that I think Rotokai should keep in mind too, or Doctor too, because they have all ice, is that you can hit your opponent's ice crystals, especially with your melee. So if Doctor spawns crystals near Rotokai, like that pink crystal right there, that just turned into a dog, Rotokai can melee that to spawn his own crystal. And that's a little bit of an advantage, kind of like a little bit more of an advantage, because you don't have to whiff your melee to get you into that cold flurry. And same thing for Doctor, right? Like, he can hit one of Rotokai's ice crystals with Cold Shoulder to transform all his crystals into Cold Shoulder. And that way he doesn't have to worry about whiffing it and being caught up in the falling over. Ooh, nice snowball. And look at all of those dogs. Alright, skins should be awarded, so anyone who played the 4 placement matches should now have the gamer headset cosmetic. If you would like to try it on. Kuru getting out there, tried to use the worm to save them. Unfortunately, the worm is facing the wrong way. It feels bad when that happens. Rotokai staying awake, alive due to his preserve, but doesn't really have much that you can follow up with. He had a lot of ice crystals there, but only just so much. Swap it like it's hot. Really pulling ahead here, and Hooked on Tonics can't be swept. They at least will get the 1 Spitfire. I imagine Rotokai will take the Cold Fusion and then leave the Spitfire to Kuru. Really? Okay. I honestly, again, Spitfire is not my favorite spell. I really dislike it in general as an ultimate because the wind-up and stuff is so long. But it is, like, it can be really good, especially in team matches, right? So I don't know, I feel like when you're already down kills, and then you let your enemy team get the Spitfire, I think that would be bold. Not an automatic loss by any means, but bold. Nice Flame Leash Kururu onto Mjov. Mjov tries to enter the Flame Leash. It was just short. It was very close, though. Okay, doing a good job of cycling through some ice spells here. Lightning with the Chain Lightning up top. Skinny getting murdered by these dogs. Rotokai is going to blow them up. Wow, that timing on Skinny. Skinny's Chain Lightning hit the dogs, then jumped away from them right before they blew up from Rotokai. That was very good timing. Kururu finally takes Mjov down with that Flame Leash. So no matter what, Hooked on Tonic will not be swept here. Kururu follows up with an Echo onto In the Moment. Just one person left, just the Doctor. One hit, maybe two. There it is. Damn, Hooked on Tonic's like, we're not out yet. Alright, they can't be swept again. This early spell is going. It looks like not a lot of those barrages in general landed. Kururu to take some solid damage from the environment there, but they're okay. They had a capacitor on them when they Flame Leashed, but they also had their real up, so it's alright. Nice! All those barrages onto Skinny was brutal! Wasn't Skinny enough. There. Yeah, I'm just resorting to calling them the Doctor. That's also my cat's name. Alright, Lightning. Mjov takes down Lightning. Hooked on Tonics needs to get someone or else they're done. They need to get at least one kill. Kururu goes down. Now it's just Rotokai. Can he do it? Oof. Nice dodge, Mjov. For a second, I thought he was going to hit by that Flame Leash, and that would have hurt. Oh, Mjov! Nice combo! Use that light. It was like, I can't reach Rotokai to make the capacitor goes off, so he uses the lightning bug to reach Rotokai. And they're low damage game. Like, I know it ended early, but still.